Hey, I hate BS intros, so let's start. Use both local and cloud-based backups. The first is fast, the second helps when you messed up. Don't impulse buy things, instead wishlist things and then buy them when they are on sale. Wait 2 or 3 nights before you buy something, because most of the time you will change your mind. Buy things only for your current project, don't buy things for your future project which you might or might not start. Cash is king. Have long-term goals with your projects. If you have a really big project in your mind, just split it up and do those one by one. This way later you will have both the code base and the skills for your VR, MMO, grand open world, FPS, DPS, survival, hybrid game. No, don't make MMOs, or at least don't start with one. Start with a really small game that you're passionate about. If you're not passionate about a given genre, then be passionate about the story or the theme. Different genres sell differently. Don't expect easy money on platformers or on space shooters. Use the right tools for your project. Unity is great for 2D and smaller games, and porting is easy. Unreal is better to create quality TPS or FPS or performance critical games, but might be overkill for smaller projects. Its asset store is more expensive, and in general C# used by Unity is friendlier for beginners than C++ in Unreal. RPG Maker and Game Maker are cool too. Use pre-made assets for smaller or less important things for your game, such as walls, rocks or walls, but use custom-made assets for your main character and enemies and so on. Save time, save money, but be picky about non-graphical assets. You can lose both time and money if they become broken or abandoned, so buy only from established publishers. With great Unity updates come great issues, especially if you are using plugins and not basic default Unity tools. Having the source code of those plugins is a lifesaver when you face performance issues and bugs. Be a jack of all trades, you have to find time to study every week. It is not true that anybody has the potential to be an indie game developer and make a living from it. If anybody says this, he's lying and wanna sell you something. It takes a lot of effort, time, practice, patience, money and all sort of things. Not anybody can do that. So don't be a moron. 95% of indie games are not profitable. Just don't forget that. Don't buy expensive courses for hundreds or even $1,000. Those won't worth your time. Instead, buy cheap courses on Udemy or study from free sources. Use Unity, GIMP, Blender or whatever free software you can find, and invest money when you earn money. Always have goals and deadlines and try to estimate how much time you need for something. Use days or evenings, so 3 days for this, 2 evenings for that. And that's it. Maybe you will be wrong, but by time it will be easier. So now you have an estimation? Great! Now double it. Don't be disappointed when you fail with your deadlines. It happens. You don't have time to be sorry about it. Just carry on. Don't be afraid to ask for help. People often help without any reason. You cannot solve something in 30 or 60 minutes? Then work on something else and try it tomorrow. A sleep or a forum post might help a lot. To save time, make lists and implement, test and fix things in chunks. If you don't have a necessary skill for something, then you can either find a partner or hire somebody. But in general, just try to create projects which don't need that specific skill of yours. You either learn a skill or hire somebody. The first takes time, the second costs money. You decide. There is no such thing as free help. Just think about the license costs, the time that you spend with communication instead of working on your game, the risks of sharing your code. Always be sure that she or he is really reliable and has enough time to help you. If you have found somebody, then make a written agreement about everything you can think of, including costs, reliabilities, roles, expectations, deadlines, and how much and how will you pay him, or how will you share your game's revenue? Who owns what, or what if somebody loses interest during the process? Don't start doing anything together before that. Give small tasks first, because many will let you down, so build trust step by step. If you hire somebody, look for references. On a freelancer site such as Fiverr, it's easy and people there won't break the bank either. Speed, cost and quality. It is you who have to decide which two are the most important to you. Eastern freelancers are most often way cheaper, but their English is not as great, so you will need more time to communicate with them. Marketing doesn't start when you finish your project, it's quite much the opposite. You start creating your project when you already know how you market your game. Avoid or at least be really cautious about small publishers or marketing agencies. Most often than not, if you do the legwork yourself, you will have better results than if an offer sounds too good to be true, then likely it's not true. You both need a marketable game and a great marketing campaign. If you don't have any of these, then it doesn't matter how much time you put into the other one. Answer these questions honestly. Who and why will play my game? What games are they playing too, and how my game differs from those. Your game should be familiar and unique at the same time. If it's nothing like else before, then people will be confused. If it's exactly like another game, then people won't care. Be prepared that players will have specific expectations towards realistic games, and it doesn't matter if you do things this way or that way, somebody will think that you are not right. If you don't want to make a realistic game, then just choose a fantasy topic, because people won't complain about something that they don't know what is. We are all different, therefore you can't please everybody. Accept as much feedback as you can, but at the same time try to follow your own path that you believe in. Make it your game and their game too. But you are not your game. They might hate your game, but not you. Try to find value in negative feedback and don't take it personally. People are sometimes rude. Just get used to it. Sometimes negative reviews are not right, but they are indicating a problem that you should solve. If the player doesn't find the run button, then he will think that Mario is slow. He's not right, but there is a problem that you must solve. A really kind, positive, professional answer can go a long way. Ask people to record how they play your game and you will find a lot of issues. You cannot playtest the game alone. Your game is likely harder than you think it is. Again, watch them how they play, and of course, before you release the game. Unfortunately, easier games tend to sell much better than hard games. Most just wanna have fun, not working. But there will be always a vocal minority who will tell you that your game is just too easy, man. Oh, and people always choose wrong difficulty levels. Fun is hard to describe, but if your game is interactive, shows progression, and rewards the player after challenges, then you are on track. Extremely well-received games always have something special. An idea, a character, a message, topic, or whatever. Something that will make the player love your game right before they will play it. When this happens, they will accept your game's flows much easier. Artistic success and financial success are two very different things. Just be conscious about it. Most players will play your game only for minutes, so be sure that the first levels, the first impressions will be extremely good. If those are bad, then people won't see your ultra-polished story ending, I'm sorry. If your game is shorter than 2 hours, then many people will refund it after they finish it. It is just how it is. Short games and long development times are not fitting the Steam ecosystem. Your Steam game must get at least 10 paid reviews as soon as possible, because if it doesn't get it, then Steam will handle your game as trash. Early access is a double-edged sword. It helps to build a community, give you feedback, make a better game, and it even gives you a bit of cash. But if your release is not polished enough, then people will leave bad reviews and your chance of success will drastically decrease. Many won't understand that your game is not supposed to be finished, and many won't understand why you stop active development after you leave early access. Don't put your game into early access just because you need the money. Always have funding beforehand. If you abandon your game, your reputation will suffer from it. Mailing lists are gold. Put collector widgets on your homepage and on your social media. Offer coupons or free things if you can for those who register. Discord is really nice, but your mailing list is more important. What if Discord disappears or people abandon it? People abandon their email addresses way less frequently. Find the marketing channels which work to you and focus on one or two of those. Twitter works best with GIFs if your game is pretty, and there you can contact influencers much easier than via email. Imgur works best with multiple images telling a story. Reddit works very well with niche genres because there are a lot of subreddits where you can post. Facebook works very well with funny ideas or, again, beautiful games. IndieDB is great to build reputation in front of influencers, and if you drive enough traffic for them, then they might feature you on the front page. YouTube is great for dev blogs, but it's tricky. Be aware of the culture and the self-promotion rules of these sites. It takes time, that's why you should focus only on one or two of them. There are sites where you can check the peak hours of these sites, so try to optimize. The press is not interested in you or in your project, they are interested in stories which will drive them traffic, so find out how you can do that. When you reach out to them, try to write text which they can use immediately, because time is money for them too. Help them out. Create your Steam page as soon as possible and try to reach at least 10k wishlists. I recommend you starting your development with the graphic assets that you can share to start building that wishlist immediately. Normally your trailer shouldn't be longer than 90 seconds, and you have 3 or 5 seconds to catch attention or you will lose your viewer. Put a lot of in-game footage into your trailer and try to show emotion or tell a story. Putting human faces or review quotes into your trailer is a great idea. Showing your logo, especially at the start, is a terrible idea. Don't end your trailer without a call to action. Tell them to wishlist or buy. Screenshots are as important as your trailer. Use high resolution, good compositions, valid and engaging scenes, faces and emotions. Show what your game is about and how people can play it. Put dates and version numbers on them, so later they won't be a problem. Build a list of YouTubers and streamers with their email addresses. Just look for videos or streams about games which are similar to yours. Have a couple of hundreds and then reach out multiple times. Use a mailing system to speed it up and use templates with replaceable parts such as names and link tracing. Don't incorporate until you earn money. And when you do so, choose a cheap business form. Learn about taxation and talk with an accountant. If you don't think you could earn money with your game, then offer it just for free. Relying on a single store such as Steam is really bad for your sleep, especially since Steam Direct and the changes in the algorithms. Cross-platform games have a huge financial advantage. A smaller or niche target audience means a smaller chance that your game will be picked up by the Steam algorithms, but a broader audience means higher competition. Anyways, you have to focus on building momentum during your first day or first release hours. Your game on Steam will get fewer and fewer players as time goes. After 3 months and then after 1 year, you should expect a drop. But if your game gets a mixed review score, then it doesn't really matter because this drop will be instant. Aim at least for mostly positive. The Steam algorithm is interested in sale numbers, review score and playtime. Your marketing strategy must focus on just to trigger this algorithm. Localization helps a lot. English, German, Russian, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, Chinese, Korean, Japanese are great languages to support. Check out localizer.com, it's great. A small price tag, something between $3 and $8, might help you with getting more players and a better review score, plus selling more copies of course. But a higher price tag, something between $20 and $25, might make your game viable for ads and might generate much more revenue. Under this price range, it's nearly impossible to make a profit with ads. During sales, you will generate more wishlists than what you lose, so not participating in sales is not really a great idea. Just use small discounts and don't deep discount your game too early. If you don't plan to release your game on Xbox, then don't bother with the Microsoft Store. It's hell, and its traffic is negligible. itch.io is great, and the revenue score is customizable. It's the perfect place to share your free or hobby projects. But unlike Steam, itch.io supports Facebook Pixel, so if you're advertising your game, it means that you can really know how much money your campaign makes. Steam's new UTM system is not really helpful. Be aware that many will try to steal your Steam keys to sell them on GameDev or G2A and other ugly sites. Earlier, these scammers just tried to create email addresses which are really similar to influencers' email addresses. But lately they are creating fake channels with stolen videos and fake bot views and bot comments. Don't eat their BS. Keymailer won't help you to avoid these scammers. This is especially why you should just create your very own list. But always send keys in those emails. Don't expect the influencer to answer back and back for your keys. But buying an ad on Keymailer might be a good idea. Big YouTubers are really busy, so you have to reach out to them at least a month before your release to have just a tiny bit of chance. As an indie game developer, you always try to create something new, something unique. That's our advantage. Sequels are better suited for bigger studios or for top seller games. But you can use the same world in your next game. So let's say you have a strategy and then an RPG game. In that case, it's a great idea to use the same era, the same world, the same characters, so your old fans might play your new game as well. Think out of the box with marketing, really. Marketing your game on porn sites or creating a torrent version of your game are just two ideas. How about handwritten thank you messages attached to your email, for example? If you have the time, definitely retweet your influencers or your writers' tweets on Twitter with a note. Getting attention might start with giving attention. You can bribe postmortems, whatever it takes. Game developers are gamers, but only a chunk of your potential customers. Try to find forums related to your genre or something, because when you find one, it's really valuable. Don't bundle your game in the first 2 years. Bundles are generally just a good idea for the company which creates the bundle. The only exception is Humble Bundle, but it's just really hard to get your game into a Humble Bundle. You should use link trackers so you will know where your marketing efforts work and where they don't. Prototype a lot of games. It's true that whatever you do, the more you do it, the better you get. It's just how it is. So it's really fine to fail a lot, just fail fast. And finally, honor your fans. It's really okay to thank them privately and publicly too. Everybody likes appreciation, including me. So please, if you like this video, then push the subscribe button and the like button, and see you in the next one.